Yep.
Hello, how are you today?
Hello, doctor. Yes, I'm okay, thank you. Um,
How can I help you today?
actually, I'm here for my father, Mr.
Yes.
Harry Smith, and I'm his carer, and I'm a registered carer, so I can talk to you about him. Basically, yeah, Dad had a fall the day before.
Sorry to hear.
Uh, uh, it's and he's been painful. It's been his left leg has some kind of bruising, and it hurts quite a lot. So my sister gave him some painkillers, which she uses herself.
Do
They're
you know
called
the
uh,
painkiller?
yes, it's Panadin Fort,
Let's see.
and they actually helped. He could walk to the toilet. He could walk by himself, of course, with a walker. But yeah, I just wanted to have some more of these because he's in real pain.
I don't know how much do you know about this painkiller and about your father's medication? Do you
Oh,
know?
yes, I know. That takes. He's got atrial fibrillation. It takes warfarin. It takes digoxin, um, and something for cholesterol. Yes, I know he takes some
So,
medicines.
do you know that warfarin could interfere with some other drugs? When you take warfarin, you cannot use certain drugs. How much do you
Uh,
know about that?
yeah, I know aspirin is one of the thinning, but I checked it. There was no aspirin in Paradin Fort.
Yes.
So,
The issue is that some of the drugs they don't interact with warfarin specifically for like the blood thinning issue, but they can interact with warfarin in uh, other aspects. So your father cannot receive that painkiller. They should discontinue using that. It
so
could
what?
interfere.
But he's in pain, doctor. So what should we do? What?
So the best approach would be for me to visit your doctor at home if he agrees with it, and I can then, after visiting him, prescribe some other painkillers for him, or if he needs further evaluation, we can go with that.
So what other painkillers you mean, doctor? So could we have those now?
No, we can't because I haven't evaluated Mr. Smith. I have to see them first, and I may require to consult with an specialist to see what's the best course of action for them because they're using several medications, and we need to be sure that they do not interfere with the painkiller that we're giving your father.
Okay, so what you mean is that you don't know which tablet to give them, to give him.
I know after I consult them, but I cannot tell you without examination if they agree with.
So why, doctor? He's in pain. We cannot wait for you to come and see him.
I
God knows.
understand. I
Uh,
understand that your father is in pain, and after his fall, it could be very hurtful for him, and you think that uh, they require a painkiller now. But we are worried that it interferes with their warfarin, so it may cause a bigger problem if we prescribe them painkiller at this stage without knowing more about the condition. Do you agree with
uh,
that plan?
uh, well, doctor, no, because he is in pain, and well, so why don't you ask the specialist the tablet that is not interfering with warfarin, and then give us that tablet?
Because I haven't seen him yet. I have to evaluate him first, see what his medical condition now, and to see what's the situation with his background problems. After that, we can decide if it's okay for us to give him a certain type of medication. Without further evaluation, we risk that his background condition will go worse. And we are
What?
more worried about that. We are more because, go ahead, please.
What do you mean, doctor? His background condition? He's got atrial fibrillation. We know that,
Yes, but
and it's not his atrial fibrillation. He had a fall.
yes, but we are afraid that interferes the medication that we're giving him will interfere with his medication, and then he will start having worse problems. with atrial fibrillation, and that's a life-threatening condition.
Doctor, I don't understand. What's the relationship? I mean, what's the relevance of visiting and painkiller? I mean, what does it? What is going to happen when you visit him? What are you looking for? He's in
So
pain.
yeah, I know, but I have to assess them for their condition to see how they're doing with regards to their atrial fibrillation and the treatment. Because you mentioned they have some bruises. I don't know without evaluation if their bruises are very serious and they are at risk of bleeding, or how is their blood thinning situation.
Okay. Well, so why didn't you
That's,
say this earlier?
yeah, because the patient, the son was very aggressive about it.
Well, okay. Um, okay. Harry Smith had a fall, and son asking for Panadin Fort.
I'll be
Okay.
back in a second, sorry. Yeah, I think you're right. I could have explained in the beginning that's why I'm doing my, like I did my recommendation, but I didn't give them enough scientific reasoning for it.
Okay.
Like I
So,
could have said that it could like cause problems with the atrial fibrillation.
what's your feeling?
It wasn't bad, but it could have been better. Like I would change. I think I did everything with the exception of I should have like gave the scientific explanation earlier
Hmm.
because then they
So,
wouldn't ask me.
what a score would you give yourself?
8 maybe.
Okay. Right. Yeah, in terms of, we look at these. What went well in terms of a structure, rapport, information gathering, okay, and all that. So, do you think you're very structured?
I think the structure was good. I think the order was okay.
So the order is that the patient comes in with a problem, you find out, you make a connection, ask questions, explore eyes, find out what the problem is, then respond to it. Okay.
Yes.
So, did you have a good rapport? You said hello, how are you?
Yes, I tried to like be empathic about it.
Mhm.
Uh,
Okay. And then you gathered information. How many questions did you ask?
I did like I asked some, but the patient's son was explaining himself a lot at the beginning. I probably could have asked more about the bruising. I think I skipped that one.
Good. Thank you. And then, okay, what else?
Mm,
So what was the eyes? Patient thinks that,
I got their idea, and
yeah, what is the dialogue in their mind? What is the patient thinking?
the dialogue
Is
is my father is in pain. I need to like
only
go.
what helps him? Only this tablet, okay, helps him. So that is what he's thinking, okay. Uh, and you said no. Then because he's in pain. Uh, and then obtain painkillers. Okay. And then, so you said, do you agree with any of these? Yes, he's in pain. Okay. Do you agree only this tablet helps?
No,
No. So how about I need painkillers?
no.
No. Okay. So, well, now tell me, what does he need, you think?
I like before you evaluate them, I don't know. Like he
Mm,
needs an assessment. Yeah.
okay. Uh, I know he's in pain, and I'm sorry, and I understand you. Uh, does he only need these tablets?
No,
Why?
because he may need like some. He had some bruising. He may need more. Like he may need some consultation with regards to his blood coagulation problems.
Okay. Right. Okay. So, yes, two. I have yeah, one thing about information giving. You need to be respond. So you need to be a better listener.
I see.
Respond to the patient. So basically, chunk and check. If you speak for long sentences or for a long time, and you don't give the patient any opportunity to give you their opinion, and that's again something which affects your connection, and that creates some distance, and it's like you're just telling what you think without even asking how they feel about it. Okay, this means that you are disengaging from the patient. So every few sentences, one, two, at most three sentences, you say, "Is that okay? Is that all right? How do you feel about that?" Okay. So you give some opportunity and then respond to what they say. Um, Basically, that's what we say. It is more effective to go to start with idea. Okay, so so you establish that he thinks that only this tablet helps him. Okay, and you check it. You say, so do you mean, so you think that only he only needs a painkiller? Is that right? Yes, that's right. Okay. So now that you know where he's coming from, now you can tackle that. How can I say that he is not the only thing he needs? How can I say that? How can I prove to him it's not the only thing he needs? Mm. Uh, what is the your reason for he needs assessment? What is the reason for not agreeing with him? Okay.
He may have other problems that we
Uh,
don't know.
okay, it's a fact. Okay, so your science says that there might be something else. Okay, uh, like what?
Like they may have like internal bleeding
Okay,
that we don't know of.
okay, he might have a hematoma. Okay, uh, bleeding somewhere else in the head. Okay, did you ask if the father is uh, conscious? Does he have any headache? Any signs of a stroke? Any facial droop or anything like that?
No, I should
Okay,
have asked her, yes.
right. And did you ask how the patient had a fall? What happened?
No, I didn't. I think I was very bad at information gathering.
Okay. Yeah.
Honestly.
So yeah, I think that's the biggest part that you missed. If you gather enough information, you don't have to actually explain so much. And I tell you what, if you ask about how he fell and what happened, and could you tell me more? Uh, and what happened after fall? And was it witnessed? Did you check his blood pressure? Okay. We don't know. Maybe his blood pressure dropped. Maybe he tripped. Maybe he had a CVA. Did he hit his head anywhere? Maybe he's got a subdural hematoma. Yeah. And okay, and his pain he's in pain. Okay. So what we can say is pain is a warning sign. Okay. Remember that root cause. What causes pain? There is something which causes the pain, and we need that. So if we mask the pain, we are not treating the cause. The cause is still there. Okay, so that's one point. Right. Uh,
Yes.
so we understand you want to treat the sign, but actually we want, as doctors, we want to find the reason first and make sure the patient is safe. Uh, our role is to not to just give prescriptions, and in fact, to make sure the patient is safe, and what we do is in the patient's best interest. Okay. Uh, Now, let's see how much it changes. So when you say my responsibility, my ethics, my basically my professional role is prevent harm and do what is best. Okay.